morning, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well today. In this lecture, we will focus on one of the most critical aspects of marketing research, which is data collection. As you know, data is the backbone of any research project. Without accurate and reliable data, businesses cannot make informed decisions. Today, we will discuss various methods of data collection, how to manage the data collection process, and how to address the challenges like non-response and data quality issues. We will also explore some local examples and case studies from Pakistani businesses to make the concepts more practical and relatable. By the end of this session, you will not only understand the theory behind data collection, but also see how it is applied in real world businesses scenarios. Now let us discuss the methods of data collection. Data collection methods can be broadly divided into three main types: online, face to face, and telephonic. And each method has its own strengths and weaknesses, and often the researchers use a combination to get the best results. So, what is the online data collection? Online surveys have gained immense popularity in the recent years, especially in increasing penetration of smartphone and internet access in the urban areas of Pakistan. Online methods include email surveys, website forms, and social media points. Companies like Daraz, Food Panda, and Cream frequently use online surveys to understand the consumer satisfaction, product preferences, and service quality. For example, Daraz is the largest e-commerce platform in Pakistan and regularly collects the feedback from customers after every purchase. They send automated emails and app notifications asking the customer to rate their shopping experiences. This helps the company to understand the areas like delivery efficiency, product quality, and customer service. By analyzing the numerical responses and comments, Daraz can improve its operation and enhance consumer satisfaction. However, online data collection is not without challenges. Many users ignore survey invitations in rural areas due to connectivity issue. This creates the risk of sampling bias, where we can certain the segment to respond. To overcome this, businesses often combine online methods with other collection techniques or can offer such as discount vouchers and to encourage the participation. Now, let us talk about face to face interviews, which remains one of the most effective ways to collect the accurate data. This method is particularly useful when the businesses need qualitative insights or what understand the consumer behavior in depth. For instance, a small clothing brand in Lahore may conduct the interviews with shoppers at their stores to learn about the fashion preferences, price sensitivity, and buying habits. One real life example is Khadi, which is a popular clothing brand. Khadi often conducts in store interviews to gather the feedback on new collections before launching them nationally. They ask the questions about preferences, fabric quality, and design appeal. The advantages of face to face interviews can be the researchers observe verbal cues such as language, expression, which provide additional insight beyond what respondents say. The main drawback of this method is cost and time. Training staff, traveling to locations, and conducting multiple interviews requires significant resources. Moreover, some respondents may feel hesitant to provide the honest opinions in person. Despite these challenges, face to face methods are highly valuable for obtaining rich qualitative data that the online surveys cannot fully capture. Now, what is telephonic interviews? They are another effective method, especially for businesses looking to reach geographically diverse audience without incurring travel cost. Local telecom companies, banks, and utility service providers frequently use telephonic service to collect the feedback. For instance, Jazz, Pakistan leading telecom operator, used telephone interviews to understand the customer satisfaction, service complaints, and network issues. Telephone surveys are faster, less expensive than face-to-face interviews. This allows the researcher to clarify the responses immediately and follow up the increasing points. However, the challenges include how to respond to rates, refusal of participant, and sometimes miscommunication due to the lack of visual cues. To improve the effectiveness, country must train the interviews in polite, clear, and culturally appropriate manner. Now, we will discuss that managing the data collection process. Data collection is not just about selecting a method, it requires careful planning and management to ensure the accuracy and consistency. This process begins with defining the research objectives and identifying the target population. Researchers must decide on sampling method, design the questionnaire or interview guide, and allocate resources effectively. In Pakistan, businesses often face logistical challenges during data collection. For example, a small startup selling organic juices in Karachi may firstly identify health conscious urban customers as their target audience. They may then decide to collect the data through online surveys distributed via social media and face to face interviews at gyms, local healthcare centers. People planning ensure that data collection is relevant and reliable. Monitoring and surveying the data collection process is crucial because the supervisor need to check the completed surveys regularly to conduct the spot checks, and the interviews follow the guidelines correctly. Pilot testing is when the small group of respondents help us identify the ambiguity or the confusing question. Now we will discuss how to address the non-response issues. Non-response is a major challenge in marketing research. Some respondents may refuse to participate, provide incomplete answers, or drop out the midway. Non-response can lead to biased results if certain demographic groups are unprecedented. For example, local e-commerce startup collecting feedback via online survey may find the other customers are less likely to respond due to limited internet usages. To address this, researchers can provide incentives such as discount codes or small gifts. They can also follow up the reminders through email, phone, and text messages. Ensuring the confidentiality and clearly explaining the purpose of survey can also motivate the respondent to participate honestly. Another strategy is to adjust the analysis statistically by weighting the responses to reflect the population accurately. To ensure that even score of non-response, the researchers' findings are valid and actionable. Now, how to ensure the data quality? High quality data is essential for making informed business decisions. Poor data quality can result from unclear questions, untrained interviewers, or error during the data entry. To maintain this quality, researchers must design clear, concise, and unambiguous questions. Training the data collectors is also crucial. Interviewers should be familiar with the questionnaire, understanding the objective of research and how to handle the respondents' queries. For instance, McDonald's Pakistan trained its staff to collect the feedback in outlets systematically, ensuring consistency across the locations. Data cleaning is another important step. Researcher must identify and correct the errors to remove the duplicates and handle the missing values. Using digital tools like Google Form, Excel, or specialized survey software can simplify the process and improve the accuracy. Now, I will be discussing a local case study of online food delivery feedback. To illustrate these concepts, consider the case of Food Panda Pakistan, a leading online delivery platform. The company wanted to improve the customer satisfaction, delivery speed, food quality. They used multiple data collection methods like online surveys were sent to the registered users and face-to-face were conducted at partner restaurants, and the telephonic calls were made to corporate the clients. During the process, they encourage non-response from casual users and incomplete survey submissions. To overcome this, Food Panda offered a small discount vouchers and sent the reminders. They also maintained data quality by cross verifying the responses while other history monitoring survey completion carefully. The insights gains allowed Food Panda to optimize the delivery routes, train riders, and expand the menu option, resulting in higher satisfaction and repeat business purchases. Another example is Baikia, which is a local ride hailing service in Pakistan. Baikia conducted feedback from rural drivers using mobile based service. They monitored responses rates and data quality through automated dashboards and collected the data which reflected the user experiences. This helped them to identify the pain points, improving the features and provide the better incentive to drivers, which strengthened the overall business performance. Now I'll be discussing some challenges and practical tips while collecting the data. While collecting data, researchers face multiple challenges like non-response, incomplete surveys based on the responses, and logistical issues are in common. In Pakistan, cultural factors may also be in effect to the participation. For example, female customer might hesitate to respond to certain questions, or rural respondents may be unfamiliar with online surveys. So the challenges in data collection and how to overcome them will be discussing. While collecting the data, we face multiple challenges affecting the quality, reliability, and usefulness of research. These challenges are often influenced by the factors such as population diversity, technology access, cultural norms, and respondent behavior. Understanding these challenges is essential so that the strategies can be implemented to minimize their impact. One major challenge is how to respond the rates. Many respondents may ignore surveys, refuse to participate in the interview, or drop in the midway. For example, in the online survey conducted by small e-commerce startup, many casual customers do not participate in the survey because they do not see the immediate benefit or they are busy. Low response rates can lead to biased results since only certain groups respond, leaving the important segments of the population. Another challenge can be incomplete and inaccurate responses. Respondents may skip the question, provide random answers, or misunderstand the survey questions. For instance, when conducting telephonic interviews, some respondents may give hurried or vague answers because they are multitasking or do not fully understand the purpose of call. This can compromise the validity of research findings. Cultural and social factors also play a role. In some cases, respondents may feel uncomfortable sharing opinions, particularly about sensitive topics such as income, health habits, personal preferences. In Pakistan, female customers or conservative groups may hesitate to provide the honest feedback, especially in face to face interviews. Similarly, rural respondents may be unfamiliar with online survey platforms, which limits the participation and skews the data. Technological limitations present another challenge. While the online survey are cost effective and quick, not all the segments of the population have reliable internet access or are comfortable using the digital tools. For example, customers in smaller towns or a village or aged group may feel difficult to respond to the surveys, leaving gaps in the database. Data quality issues are also equally critical. Poor designed questionnaire, untrained interviews, or careless data entry can introduce errors and inconsistencies. Small local businesses may struggle with the limited resources or the lack of experience in research processes. Errors in recording the data or missing values can significantly affect the analysis and lead to incorrect solutions. To overcome these challenges, business can implement the following strategies. They can offer incentives to the population and providing rewards such as discount vouchers and loyalty points, which encourage the respondent to take part in surveys. For example, Food Panda Pakistan often offers a discount code to customers who complete the feedback forms, which increases participation and ensures representative data. Combine multiple methods to reach a broader audience using a combination of online surveys, face to face, telephonic calls, interviews, ensures different segments of the population are included. A clothing brand may use in store interviews or local customer social media points or tech savvy urban areas and phone surveys for older customers. We need to train the data collectors as well to communicate effectively and respectfully. Interviewers should be trained to explain the purpose of survey clearly, asking the questions politely and handle any queries or concerns. Proper training ensures consistency, reduces misunderstandings, and builds trust with respondents. For example, Khadi trains its staff to collect the feedback systematically across multiple outlets, ensuring reliable and consistent data. Monitor the data collection process closely to detect the errors, and the supervisor should review the surveys and conduct random checks, verify the responses effectively. Monitoring ensures that the problems are corrected in real time rather than entire database has been collected. For instance, startups may assign teams to check the responses and provide the feedback. Clean and visible data before the analysis to ensure the accuracy. Data cleaning involves duplicate handling, missing data handling, and correcting the errors. Using digital tools such as Google Form, Excel, survey software can simplify this process. Accurate and validated data ensures that the final analysis reflects reality and supports around the business decisions. Daraz also cross verifies the survey responses to transaction history to ensure accuracy in their customer satisfaction reports. By understanding and addressing these challenges, businesses can improve reliability and usefulness of data collected. And implementing these strategies ensures that research findings are accurate, actionable, and representative of the target population, ultimately helping the businesses to make better decisions, improve customer satisfaction, and maintain the competitive edge. So, to wrap up, in conclusion, data collection is the backup of marketing research. While through online surveys, face to face interviews, or maybe telephonic calls, businesses must carefully plan and manage the entire process, addressing the challenges like non response and ensuring the data quality are essential for obtaining the accurate and actionable insights. Some local examples such as Food Panda, Daraz, Khadi, McDonald's, and Baikia illustrated how the businesses apply these principles in real life situations. By combining multiple methods, offering incentives, training the staff, monitoring the processes, businesses can collect reliable data that informs the decision, improve customer satisfaction, and strengthen the competitiveness. For the students of marketing research, understanding these practical aspects prepares you to implement the data collection strategy effectively in real world scenarios. So, properly collected and managed data allow the businesses to understand the customers and optimize the resources. That's all for today's lecture, and we will be back again with next agenda of marketing research. Till then, take good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.